In the next couple days, the Wacky Watch website will be updated, and very soon the final teaser for the second episode will appear on Twitter Glitch. The next episodes will show us abstracted characters in their human appearance, and that will determine the entire future course of the show. Also, in the second or third episode, the characters will be tortured, and in this video, I can prove it to you. By the way, somewhere in the video, I hid a photo of Bubble, and anyone who finds it will get valuable information from me in the comments. I'd like to start with predictions about new teasers. I'm sure it won't be long before the Wacky Watch website is updated one last time, before the second episode is released. Do you remember the materials that Glitch posted after the first trailer of the new digital Circus episodes was released? They're quite similar in developments to what they're publishing now, after the final trailer was released. Plus, then, the Wacky Watch website was updated after the trailer was released. We're less than a week away from episode 2. My guess is that Glitch will update Wacky Watch this week. On it, we'll likely be shown snippets from the beginning of episode 2 in more detail. Specifically, what happened after Pomni woke up and got out of bed. And next I want to share with you an unusual but very interesting theory. One of the main mysteries of the pilot is a basement with a lot of abstracted characters. Undoubtedly, this mystery has piqued the interest of Digital Circus in me, as well as many of you. In Pilot, we were also shown many rooms in the background with the faces of unknown characters who were in the circus before the main characters, and abstracted. I mentioned in a past video that Gooseworks talked about the appearance of desiccated corpses in the digital circus in her Tumblr. There is a possibility that the images of mutilated corpses will be a psychological test for our characters within the digital space. But what seems more likely to me is the following. We will be shown desiccated corpses in the real world of those people who couldn't handle the pressure and abstracted inside the digital circus. Also, in the second episode, 100% there will be a theme about abstracted characters, because I think we were shown in the new trailer the scene where Pomni falls into the basement and she starts to abstract for a reason. This theory sounds natural enough and expected, according to the information we have. But I noticed something curious. Gooseworks mentioned in her Tumblr that no one has been able to predict the plot of the next episode so far. So it occurred to me that the most probable and logical theories will not come true in future episodes. In that case, one interesting theory in the comments from Athapan Senthan caught my attention. I want to tell you, I read all the theories under my videos, but I can't fit them all into one video at once. Your theories are good and the turn has finally come to you. Leave your thoughts and theories in the comments and be sure to get into the next videos. Our subscriber believes that abstracted characters actually find their way out of the digital circus, back into the real world. This old theory sounds very unusual and therefore may turn out to be true. As I've said more than once, it pays to prepare for the unexpected. Anything can happen. I believe when Pomni was desperately searching for the exit door and running around abandoned offices trying to get out of the circus, she was as close to abstracted as possible. What if Pomni would have walked out of one door and into reality herself while her body became abstracted in the game? If this theory holds true, the next episodes will show us the real world with living people outside of digital space. We will learn what state of civilization is in, how that reality differs from ours, and what kind of company created the digital circus, what people in the state think about it. Of course, judging by Pomni's reaction to getting into the circus, you'd think that no one knows about digital circus except the creators and players. However, it seems to me that the digital circus could very well be a psychological experiment or a government military development. Based on this, I get the idea that the abstracted characters will play a role in the story as real people. When they wake up in the real world, they'll probably want to help get all the other people out of the trap. In a dystopian alternate reality, the abstracted could become important allies to the characters on the other side of the screen. I think abstracted and liberated people would try to intervene in the adventures, to convey messages to the characters. Outside the circus, they could create complications for the development company, bring public attention to what's going on. The game imprisons living people for an indefinite period of time. Thus, the work of the development company could be seriously sabotaged. But this may have a negative impact on the main characters who have not had time to escape from the digital space. Developers may start torturing them inside the digital space. By the way, this may become the very moment of appearance of frightening images of dried corpses. I suggest we turn to the trailer of the second episode, specifically to that scene with the blue face of an unknown character. Many people have noticed from the tiles on the wall that it's probably just a room with puzzles, but completely unlit. I have previously speculated that this character could be a future villain. My theory is that this blue character was created by Caine or the development team to torture players. Uncomfortable characters who were too actively looking for a way out were put here. Perhaps this is where Caine, or this blue character, was bringing them to a state of abstraction. It's entirely possible that Caine is actually in complete control of the abstraction process. The only abstracted character we know anything about is Kaufmo. He certainly wasn't much use to Caine in Circus. Characters who are constantly looking for a way out create difficulties for Caine. I think Caine planned on eliminating Kaufmo from the beginning to replace him with a new character. But if the entire digital circus is the servers of a certain game, think about it. What happens if the digital circus servers go down before all the people can get out? Given the realistic nature of all experiences in the digital space, this could lead to the death of some characters in the real world. We have information that the show will get sad and tragic in the future. Unfortunately, it is unlikely that all the characters will reach the finale and make it out alive from the digital circus. But that's not the end of it. For today's video, I also have a couple thoughts on episode 3. Earlier, I said that Caine would punish Jax for his bad deeds with a dirty job at fast food. I'm sure many of you have seen the picture circulating via Tumblr Gooseworks showing an embarrassed Jax in a maid costume dress. Tumblr Gooseworks asked if Jax would appear in one of the episodes in such a costume, to which we again did not get a definite answer. We'll have to wait and see for ourselves. From this, I'll add to my theory. The punishment for Jax probably won't be limited to fast food. In addition to the main tent, the digital circus has many rooms and locations we haven't seen yet. They need someone to maintain them, to clean them. Usually Caine has Bubble and the other NPCs do this, but now it's up to Jax to clean up the entire digital space. I also remembered that Jax has keys to almost every room in the digital circus. It would be witty and fair of Caine to make Jax clean all the rooms he has keys to. So in episode 3, we'll get to see Jax in his maid costume and get a lot of new information. I think we'll be shown all the rooms of the main character and the rooms of some of the abstracted characters like Queenie. We'll learn more about why Jax is acting so rude and what's on his mind. We'll be told more about the characters who were here before Pomni and Abstracted. To summarize, I predict that episode 3 will focus on revealing the characters, their motivations, their pasts, and their relationships with each other. What do you think of the new theories? And when will the Wacky Watch website be updated? Are the abstracted characters on the loose or already dead? Will the developers in Caine subject the main characters to torture? Will we see Jax in a maid costume in future episodes? Write your theories in the comments, and I'll be sure to read them all. And the best ones will make it into the new videos. Also, don't forget to give me a like and subscribe to the channel. Good luck everyone, and bye-bye.